This is AC Starler, aka Awesome. Welcome back to my channel. And I just read a new comic book special of Terminator. I know Terminator has his own comics, but I haven't read them all. But I need to get them because they're fun and interesting. But this is a holiday special, and I try to get some holiday specials. It's a Christmas special, Christmas slash holiday special. I'll try to get Christmas holiday special comic books as much as I can. I have one for DC. I have two issues of them. I need to bring them out with Santa Claus, but there's only two issues. More issues than that, but this one is only number one. But I don't know if they're going to do another one. But it is Terminator. It is called Terminator. Santa Claus Comes to Town, and it's basically kind of reads out like Terminator the movie plays out post. It's says post Judgment Day, the future, right here, right? So basically, the movie opens up with, and then you see Terminator come down, like you see in the movie, and then he first comes across, uh, he first comes across a bag, looks like Santa, right? Then you have the future soldiers. I think Ava, and her soldiers talking about. I don't know if that's like it's not Sarah Connor, so it's a different person. But like you see her soldiers talking, here talking amongst themselves about Christmas and everything, while robots, while the Terminators are invading. Literally, the next page, they're literally talking about Christmas and cookies and the fire and all that stuff like that. Hold up, I read this. I skipped the page. Hold up. Oh no, I just didn't look at that very closely. And then you see the Terminator as Santa Claus, as you see. So I had to read this page real quick live here. So you see his Santa Claus, and they said Santa Claus, and you see them huddling up. You see how that right there, and then you see them shooting at Santa Claus. And this is has to be one of my favorites right here. This and then this right here. Um, that one right there with the hole in this jacket. That's pretty cool. This is pretty cool scene. And the rest of this is goes and then it goes a commercial and then it goes terminate and all that stuff. And then they come across a little Christmas catalog, and then telling her Chris Hyde, and then you have these two panels of Santa Claus Terminator, awesome, him looking at the mall and stuff like that, scanning mode and everything. No dialogue, obviously, just straight panels of the Terminator hunting down Chris, figuring out a way to beat him, Terminator, and then her saying, "Hey, Squirt, I'm also sorry to tell you Santa is not real, but this is Christmas Eve. Maybe we can give him give him a present for his own." And then she says, "Teeth season. It's all about peace on earth and all peace on earth and goodwill towards men. Goodwill towards men." And then you see that she says, "But what is it you like to say again? What is it like? What is it? But what is it you like to say again, Santa, Merry Christmas to all, and all a good night. So she's doing uh one Christmas liners, doing Christmas one-liners, and then they thought Terminator was gone. Of course, not gone yet. And then and a Happy New Year. This would be cool. She said, "Filthy animal." But yeah, there you go. And then he said, "Merry Christmas, Ava," and then they give him presents, and that's the end of this issue. I don't know if there's any more issues, but let me go back to the family McAllister, and I'll talk a little bit more about this term, how I love this, and why it's so cool. Give me a second. So, the Terminator Santa Claus comes to town. It's like kind of like a, of course, they're not making fun of it, the song, but Santa Claus coming to town, the song, and Terminator coming in the future of Christmas and him dressing up like Santa Claus. As you know, that Santa Claus is a fictional character that gives out toys to good and cold to naughty kids. That's kind of cool concept that they have a Terminator dressed up like Santa Claus and wreaking havoc, like just how in the movie you have Arnold Schwarzenegger coming to take out Sarah Connor. This is a different person, Ava and her team, and taking out her team. But I think this Terminator was here for that mission, but also here to disguise himself as some character that we know, well versed and well known as Santa Claus, and that's a cool idea for a little Christmas comic book. Have Santa Claus, even though we know he's not even a real character, he's part of the mythos of Christmas, part of what we consider as a big one of the big giants of Christmas besides Jesus and the birth of Jesus. But we have, you know, Santa Claus as one of the character. I mean, one of the like the fictional characters, and you got Jack Frost and all stuff like that. You could have had another Terminator to be like Jack Frost or Frosty the Snowman. That would be kind of cool. But Santa Claus coming to town, having the Terminator dress up like Santa Claus, and then the soldiers talking about Christmas past and now they're in the future and how they spent time with their families around the fire. One of the soldiers spent time around the fire and eating warm cookies and spending time with their families, open presents, and then two, a Terminator attacking you dressed up like Santa Claus, like literally dressed up as Santa Claus and had the red suit and everything. That's fun. Now you could have made him look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think that would have been more fun, but they didn't. But the simple fact that you have one of the best awesome movie franchises, Terminator, mixed in with Christmas, just like Die Hard. They say Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, but it is. It's a Christmas movie to me because it takes place during Christmas. Some people will argue the fact that just because that movie takes place in Christmas doesn't mean it's a Christmas movie. Well, Iron Man's also a Christmas movie too, because Iron Man 3 is also a Christmas movie too, because it takes place in Christmas. You can argue the fact that it's not a Christmas movie, but it is a Christmas movie nonetheless. Same thing with, um, well, they made a whole special on it, Guardians of the Galaxy, so never mind, that's a special in itself. But this special here, Terminator, um, speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill knows is well versed in Terminator, so he should know. But Terminator doing this for the first time, that's amazing because the Terminator movies, I don't think ever discussed it. I don't think Terminator ever discussed Christmas or even had their movies set around Christmas and the comics set around Christmas. And one of Terminator's dressed up like one of the biggest icons that we all know that sell Coca-Cola bottles and they put in movies and they made a big giant one called Red One, uh, Violent Night, with Santa Claus being violent. uh, Bad Santa. What else? There's another one. There's a Santa Claus movie that I have with Mel Gibson. I forgot the name of it, but I have it. But he's also playing Santa Claus. It's kind of a cool concept that the Terminator dressed up like the big guy that dresses all in red. You also have Tim Allen playing Santa Claus. So iconically, the Terminator knew exactly exactly how to disguise itself as a person that we see as a jolly good soul. Um, I mean, I'm glad it didn't go with a religious character like a religious person we all know, and some people call it character, but religious person we know is Jesus. That would be blasphemous. But I mean, it'll be like, oh, like Terminator, that'll be a big controversy, but it'll kind of be interesting, but not really. But you get what I'm going at. Like, good thing they did Santa Claus. Santa Claus is fictional, anyways. So, and it's kind of cool. And it's kind of cool that Santa Claus was like taking out futuristic soldiers like they would do in the movie, and then having a person that's her name Ava that's dressed up like Sarah Connor, and trying to protect her team. And there's only one person named Chris that survived through it all with her and trying to take out the Terminator. And the Terminator is relentless. And seeing that battle, like I just showed you, that is just fantastic. This is just fantastic having him as Santa Claus. I don't know. This is part one for right now, issue one. Hopefully they do another Christmas special, but I love the fact that a Terminator, this one's called Terminator. Santa Claus coming to town, pick this up at your local comic store. If you're a Terminator fan, you will love it. If you love Christmas, you will love it. It's just a fantastic idea to have a iconic action movie that's made by James Cameron, that's also doing Avatar Fire and Ash coming out pretty soon in December, 9th, December 19th. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. So which that's on a Thursday. And this is only the 7th. So yeah, it's next week. But you get my point. That movie comes out on Thursday and Friday. So it's all good. He didn't write this comic book, obviously, but he created the storyline of this. And the Terminator, again, is an iconic action film. But now you mix Christmas with it, you can't go wrong with it. And I like it. And you mix Santa Claus with it, like it as well. It's fantastic. And the panels I showed you that had no dialogue, that's needed because that's what the movie is. That's how the movie is. There's no dialogue. And the scenes where the Terminator's hunting down people, and they have to be quiet anyways. And the simple fact the humans are talking about normal, regular stuff, but this time they're talking about spending time with their family around the Christmas tree, fire, open up presents, do what you normally do on Christmas and Christmas Eve. It just took place around Christmas Eve going into Christmas. Um, um, One-liners like um, goodwill toward all men, Merry Christmas to all and all good night. Happy New Year's. That's kind of a thing. I wish they would throw in like something like, since I'm behind a background of Home Alone, uh, Happy New Year, you filthy animal. I wish they'd throw that in there, but they didn't. But hey, it's Terminator Christmas special. Santa Claus come to town, pick it up at your local comic book store or pick it up online on Dynamic. It's called Dynamic Comics and it's rated for teen plus. So like this video. If you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. And there's gonna be more Christmas content coming up. I'm still doing that Superman videos marathon, but it's not gonna be like I said, like the Halloween one where I had that one after the other. I'm still gonna get you guys number two on that one and all that stuff. But I am doing some Christmas stuff because I notice I am lacking on Christmas content on here, and I do love Christmas. I love Halloween and Christmas, but Halloween has a lot more like they make a lot more movies for horror movies around for Halloween or for that season than Christmas movies. So again, if you like this video, put likes, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces.